much more aggressive they were than we were. We got started making three-point shots, and everybody thought it was going to be easy, and quit working. First half, let's see if I can find it here. Shot 4 free throws. We shot 4, they shot 9. We started taking three-point shots, didn't get the ball inside, and then weren't very aggressive against their press. Worked on it for 2 days, trying to attack and get it down the court. Threw the ball out of bounds a couple of times, but just the whole story in the first half was their aggressiveness and our turning the basketball over. Second half, I thought our guys competed much harder. We had 3 turnovers in the second half after turning it over 14 times in the first half. But you can't let somebody shoot 63% in the second half. They've been struggling shooting the basketball, so we cured the problems that they had there. They're 11 for 24 from the three-point line, 5 of 8 in the second half. And they've been shooting in the low 30s, something like that. But bottom line is Texas played much better than we did, played much more aggressive than we did. You look down there, points off turnovers 31 to 10, 19. That's something we can't have. Fast breaks once North Carolina has 2 points on fast breaks. And we can't play like that, but they played better than we did. They coached better than I did. I've got to do a better job of getting my guys ready for a full court frenzy type of game. And we talked about it, but I didn't get us ready.
Coach, with their ability to get their guards to get into the paint, it seemed like open up some opportunities from the outside. What's the key in limiting that penetration?
The same thing that we've talked about forever. You got to be able to slide your feet and stay in front of the basketball. We wanted to stay home on a couple of shooters, but we didn't do a very good job of that because one of the guys that wanted to stay home on was 2 of 4 from three-point line, including one big one in the corner. We even went zone, guys. We have a practice zone 5 minutes. Just tried to do something to see if we could figure out a way to stop him because we couldn't stop the dribble penetration. And Matt Colvin's, he penetrated, probed, and then Kerwin Roach, and the guys looked at that 12 of 15 from the floor, 32 points, 7 assists, and 3 of 3 from the three-point line. And the biggest problem for us when we were trying to come back is we just, during one time out, I said, if you have to take 5 extra seconds to get a great shot, do that. And the next 3 shots we took were terrible shots. And, I mean, Kobe took a bad shot right in our bench, but in front of our bench, but how the dickens can I say something to him? You know, I said, I need you to do it the right way every time. That was a bad shot, and well, you know it's a bad shot because he shot an air ball. But he was sensational for us, and he was our offense. And some other guys were really struggling.
As good as Kobe was scoring the ball, how important is it for him to be able to control the game? And that's something that he hasn't done a lot of in his life, right?
And we realized it wasn't the greatest matchup playing Texas, who does a nice job of getting you out of rhythm and everything. We have 2 freshman point guards, but they got to play. We think they're both going to be really, really good players for us. And, but in the first half, I mean, guys, we turned it over 3 times after they missed a free throw, and they still were able to pick us up in the press, and we turned it over 3 times. So more experience and all that kind of stuff would be great, but I think he's going to be a fantastic guard, and he's got to get better at keeping the ball in front of him, managing the games.
He had 33. Is that one of the best offensive performances you've seen from a freshman since you've been here? Harrison had 40 against
Harrison had 40. Tyler Hansbrough had 40. But, no, it was fantastic. You'd like a point guard to go 7 of 10 from three-point line every game would be something else. But defensively, he's got to get a little bit better there. But guys, he was our team tonight.
With Nasir, what are you trying to kind of? It seems like again he's struggling to kind of figure out where to score, and even on the defensive end, what are you working with him the most to be able to get him to stay on the court?
Just understand the game a little bit more, defend a little bit more, get to the boards a little bit more, and don't just rely. Coach Davis told him one time, says, Nasir, you got guys smaller than me guarding you, and you're shooting jump shots, drive the ball to the basket. But it's part of the learning process as well. He's 1 for 5 from three-point line, 0 assists, 2 turnovers, but he's another one that I think is going to be an outstanding player. And sometimes guys that get all those awards in those games, it's a great burden on them as well. I mean, all you guys figure it out. I mean, he's top 5 in the country after the All-Star games. Before that, he wasn't that much, but All-Star games, they don't ever guard anybody anyway. So that as a great burden. It was hard for him for a long time, but the Sears getting better and wants to do that, and we just need to figure out a way to use his athleticism more. But Jeff, a better way is to say it is that got to guard the ball better and see the big picture defensively, and then on the offensive end. One time we had Cam in the post and Nasir on the wing, and we made 3 passes, and both of them are still standing there. So you got to get involved and help each other out. Whether it's Cam going up, set the rear screen for Nasir, or Nasir set a down screen for Cam. But it's part of the learning process. I still really love all 3 of our freshmen. And Leakey has a lot of pressure on him coming in there as well. 7th has been good for us, but Leakey's eventually going to be a point guard, so it's a good experience for him.
How is 7th, and what happened to him?
The last single play of practice on Tuesday, Brandon Huffman set a screen on him, and Luke May did call it out, so it wasn't blind, but the 7th didn't hear him, and he ran his head into Brandon's elbow, upper arm, shoulder, rocked his head, and they were pretty sure quickly that it was a concussion, and it passed all the tests for a concussion.
What was the biggest lesson you think your young players, or this team in general, learned from this loss? Or what do you want them?
We'll have to wait and see if they did learn anything. But if you have a brain at all, you'll learn you don't turn the ball over 14 times and a half. You got to stay in front of the basketball. And the biggest thing when you have trying to come back, you got to take good shots. I said in the huddle, 5 more seconds gets you a great shot. And we took 3 bad shots in a row. And even when we have the Luke's 3, but went down in and looked all great. That kid is one of the greatest kids I've ever coached. Period. Love him like a son. But we tell him in his 4 years 439 million times, when you shoot the ball, follow the shot. And he was at the center line, the ball bounced all the way back to where he was. So you got to learn every little thing. And I can say, Cam passing the ball backwards to the middle man to Nasir to break, and he charged him. Well, that's a play we talk about all the time. I have no idea if you could play a lick, but if you're in the middle and the guy's running down and all you got to do is stand there, you don't have to make any good. So you shouldn't dribble and throw the ball back to the middle. Guy coming down. Cam did that. We turned it over. Nasir took it too quickly. So a lot of little things. But if you want to be a great team, you got to learn from those little things and not make the same mistakes over again. We got a lot of things that we can learn from. Now it depends on what you got to do it. So just talking about it.
Last one, Jeff?
What do you, I mean, I know this is a brutal question to answer now, but like, what do you think this team's ceiling is down the road? Because you got these freshmen that are talented.
I think we're good enough to have a chance at the end of the year. I really believe that, bottom of my soul. But we're not going to unless we invest a little bit more of our heart, a little bit more of our brain every day. Because guys, I'm telling you, those 3 things I mentioned right there, I say 15 million times in my coaching career. And we did all 3 of them wrong out there down the stretch tonight. And so you got to invest more, and I've got to figure out a way to get them to understand it more and do it more.
Players available either